welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm currently in my dressing gown. I'm so cozy right now. I didn't want to get out of my dressing gown. This is the sad reality of my lockdown at the moment. So I'm in full glam. I've had this look on for the past couple of videos, but I just want to film this intro for you guys. So today I'm going to be doing my bronzers, blushes and highlighters collection for you guys. You seem to really be enjoying my collection video, so I thought I would continue with that. So today we're going to go through those. I have a pretty reasonable size collection to show you guys. I don't think I have too many or too much, so I'm pretty happy with what I've got. So please do ignore this attire. Do not forget to subscribe before you leave and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads that are coming up over the next couple of weeks. And also do not forget to go and check me out over on Instagram as well. I will have my handle on the screen up for you guys, and then I'll also have it in the description box below. So that's pretty much everything from me, and without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. Okay guys, so we are back for another makeup collection video today. Today we are going through my blushes, my bronzers and my highlighters. So this is the drawer that contains everything that I dive into whenever I'm grabbing out a product that I'm either trying to use up or I'm trying to experiment with something new. So just diving straight into it, I keep all of my blushes down in this part of the drawer here, and then I also have some face palettes up here, and then there's some blush palettes and stuff over here as well. So just going through it, most of mine here are by MAC. So I have one here which is called See Me Hear Me by MAC. This was from the Alluring Aquatics collection from forever ago. I more or less keep this for the beautiful packaging. I also have Melba by MAC, which is absolutely beautiful, a staple. I have Mocha by MAC. This is probably my favorite MAC shade. It's this beautiful pinky mauvey tone. Love that. I also have Harmony, which could technically be used as a bronzer if you really wanted to, but it does look like a really nice well-rounded blush on everybody as well. It's a very universal shade. I also have Gingerly here, which I absolutely adore this shade as well. It's very similar to Harmony. I also have Margin. So this one is a beautiful glowy shade. I love this for brides. I think it's absolutely stunning on a multitude of skin tones, and it works really well for a lot of different people. I have the Too Faced Papa Don't Peach blush. I've had this forever. This is currently in my project pan and I'm trying to use it up. I haven't even gotten through the embossment that's on the front of the packaging, but I mean, blushes last me forever. And then I also have the Marc Jacobs Flesh and Fantasy Air blush. So this one is like an ombre blush. I can only really use this when I'm fair, so it doesn't really get used too much because I predominantly do fake tan. At the moment I'm kind of fake tanned here and there, and not always because we are currently in restricted times, but that one I keep just in case I'm ever not fake tan. So moving on into the highlighters compartment, which is here, I do kind of spill over a little bit to other highlighters over here, which are my liquids, and then there's an additional powder here as well. And I also have some additional highlighters back here and also in the palettes that are around the outside. So I have the Laura Geller Gilded Honey here. I love this. This is so beautiful and super wearable for a lot of different skin shades. Super universal. I'll just show you a swatch. I'm not going to swatch everything, but oh, doesn't that just look so beautiful? Oh, I love it. So I have two Inglot Loose Shimmer powders here. They are the Sparkling Dust Face, Eyes and Body powders. I have number 7 and number 1. These are so beautiful for the face and body. If you haven't tried them, I definitely recommend giving those a go. I have a Makeup Revolution highlighter in Just My Type. So it just looks like this. It's very comparable to Opal by Becca, just a hell of a lot cheaper. It's a beautiful shade and it's very inexpensive as well. I have MAC Double Gleam. I think this is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's a beautiful champagne shade. I think I saw Nikki Tutorials use this a while ago, and ever since then I've been obsessed. I whipped it out of my collection. I'd had it for a while, but I hadn't really used it. But ever since I saw her use it in the tutorial, I was like so hooked. I then also have a Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder in Precious Petals. It's a little bit more pinky tone, which isn't really what I tend to go for, but I have this here just in case, because otherwise the pigmentation on these are really great, and I definitely recommend them if you're looking for something that's inexpensive. I have a Stila Heaven's Hue highlighter in Kitten. This is that putty kind of highlighter. I've barely used this one. It's pinky based again. It's not something that I'm super drawn to, but I mean, you can like it's like really funny in terms of texture. So I don't know, I'm still kind of trying to figure out how I feel about this. It's won so many awards, but it's not something that I gravitate towards, but I do think that the shade is beautiful. And then last in this row is the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick in the shade Beige. I've had this for a while. I love this when it's all mixed together. You can also use them individually as eyeshadows as well if you really wanted to, but I think that this is just stunning as a highlighter. And if you haven't had a chance to try any products from Bobbi Brown, I definitely recommend it because they are super high quality. I know that they're a brand that's very overlooked, but I mean, if you haven't had a go and you're keen to try some different products from different brands, Bobbi Brown is an awesome company to go and have a look at. So continuing with the highlighters, I have the Anastasio Liquid Glow here. This is in the shade Perla. This is a cream form and it's absolutely beautiful on the body and underneath the powder highlighters if you really want to make it pop. So I definitely recommend this one. I also have the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops. These ones are in the shade Moonlight. I haven't really used these, but I mean, they are so potent. You just gotta be really careful with these ones. I then have the Becca Opal. This is my second one of this. That's how much I love this product. This is probably my favorite highlighter. I know that's a big call to make, but I absolutely love Becca highlighters. I really want to collect them. So when things go back to normal, I probably will end up picking up more of these, but I absolutely love the Becca line. It's so beautiful for highlighters. So moving on to my bronzers. I don't have too many bronzers at the moment. I'm trying to actually keep that a little bit under control. So I have one of my favorites, which is the Fenty Beauty Shady Biz. This is what it looks like. It's so stunning. I mean, literally the perfect bronzer tone for all over the face. Absolutely beautiful. I have the Huda Beauty Tantour. This one is in Fair. Look, honestly, I've never used this ever. Like, this was a huge thing a while ago, and I don't know, just cream products, they freak me out. I don't know what it is about them. I just don't like them. I don't feel confident with them, so I don't know why I wasted my money, to be honest. I then have the MAC Gimme Sun. I haven't used this too many times. It looks like it has been quite used in terms of like the kickback that's on the packaging. I haven't used this one too much, but I know that it's a lot of people's favorites. I know Desi Perkins loves this one, so that's kind of the reason why I picked it up. But this will probably go into a project pan hopefully next year, so we'll see how we go with that. And then next up I have the Hoola Benefit. This is in the limited edition jumbo size. I love Hoola Benefit. I mean, that bronzer tone is like, oh, it's so stunning. So I have like multiple Hoolas in my collection, so obviously I really like it as a bronzer. I know that back in the day of like when YouTube was just kind of starting out, like it was basically Laguna and Hoola that were all the talk of the town. So I mean, if you haven't tried those two bronzers, I definitely recommend starting with those and then finding what works for you and then building your collection from there. So next up is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. This is in the light fair shade. So I've taken a chunk out of my highlighter, which breaks my heart a little bit, but oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. This is probably one of my favorite Charlotte Tilbury products that I own. I can use this at any stage of my tan. I can use it when I'm fair. I can use it when I'm particularly dark. And the packaging on this is so beautiful. It's so universal. This could be a really nice decor piece after you've used the product up as well. I mean, look at it reflecting the light. Oh, so beautiful. So definitely, I know that Charlotte Tilbury is expensive, but the products are definitely worth it when it comes to her powders and her skincare as well. So just looking at the ones over here, I have another Charlotte Tilbury product. This is the Glow Gasm Face Palette. This is Light Gasm. The packaging on this is so beautiful. I mean, oh, look at it. And then inside just looks like this. I haven't actually had a chance to use this one yet. I'm super keen to dive into it, but I'm just trying to use a couple of other products first that are a little bit older, that are coming a bit closer to their expiration date. So you get two highlighting shades in here. You get a blush shade and you get a bronzer. This reminds me a lot of Orgasm by Nars, so that's why I haven't got that in my collection at the moment, because I feel like I have a dupe for it here in this palette. Not that it's cheaper, but I do think it's a bit of a dupe. So that's that one. I mean, the packaging is so, oh, it's so beautiful and luxe. I love that. Next to it is the Cheek Leaders Mini Bronze Squad from Benefit. Oh my god, ride or die. I mean, you can tell that I love this palette because it's like gone everywhere, but Cookie is beautiful. I love Hoola, and Gold Rush, which is the blush just here, is probably my all-time favorite blush ever. Like, it is so beautiful. These three together are like the perfect everyday combination. So these are all minis. I really wish I got the big palette, but at the same time, I only want these three out of the palette, so I will probably just buy these in the full size once I've finished with this little palette, or I'll depot them and then just replace them as I need them to, because this is so good for travel. I don't think you can get it anymore, but like literally the three products on their own are so amazing. If you haven't tried them, definitely give them a go. Okay, so moving on to the products in the back here, I have quite a few. I have the Too Faced Sweet Tea Bronzer. This is currently in my project pan as well. This is so beautiful. Half of it is more luminous and the other half is more matte. And then you mix them together and they create like this beautiful luminous shade for the cheeks. Beautiful bronzing. You can't really contour too well with this, but bronzing is absolutely fantastic. I also have a Chanel Soleil Tender Chanel in here as well. This is a cream bronzer. I mentioned this in one of my recent videos that I don't really love it, but I mean, it was so expensive. I literally could never throw it away because I spent really good money on this and it's got beautiful packaging. So at least it has that. I have two of the Anastasio loose powders here. I have them in So Hollywood and Snowflake. So these have stunning packaging as well, as you can see. They're a really good display piece for your vanity as well. I haven't really used them too much because there's actually quite a lot of glitter in these, and I actually prefer the Inglot ones that I mentioned a bit earlier, but I love Anastasia. I wanted to try something a little bit different by her. So I gave these a go and like they're okay. The amount of product that's in these, I will probably never get through this, but you never know. I could pop these in my makeup kit and then I'll probably get through them that way. But yeah, I have two of those. Then further in the back, there's actually a couple more products. So I have the Nars Laguna in the liquid form. I got this to mix with my foundation and it doesn't really work to do that. So I mean, this is a bit softer in terms of pigmentation than the other cream products that Nars releases, so I don't mind this. I think this is okay. I love the packaging on this more than anything else. I just love Nars packaging. I really do think it's stunning. So I've had this for a while. I might actually bust this out into a project pan possibly next year because it is starting to get a little bit old. So I definitely love the shade of this. I think it's stunning, but I mean, I just don't reach for it because again, it is a cream product, a liquid cream product, and it's just not my jam. I do prefer powders. So the last item that I have in this back little compartment here is a Kylie loose powder in Santorini. Now this is absolutely beautiful. I will run the risk and open it up for you guys, but look at that. Like that is so stunning. It's this beautiful goldy champagne shade. It goes absolutely everywhere when you use it, but I do think that this is one of the best products that Kylie does have. I don't really like her lip products too much, but her highlighters are fantastic, particularly the ones in the loose form like this. Definitely worth trying out. I really wish I could get my hands on her one. I think it was called King, but I think that one's like a limited edition and you can't get it anymore. But this one is a permanent line and I love this for on the face and all over the body. So moving on to this part of the drawer here, I have a couple of face palettes. I have the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Skin Twinkle palette. This one was from 2016. I've had this for a while now. I mean, gosh, 4 years. I really do need to consider using this up. The thing that's weird about this palette is that that is considered to be a matte highlighter. I mean, I didn't think you could have a matte highlighter. It's basically a skin powder is how I see it, but these two shades here are so universal. I love the packaging of the Rainforest of the Sea collection by Tarte. It's absolutely beautiful, and I mean, I could never let this go basically off the packaging because it's so pretty. Behind that, I have a jumbo size of the Nars Laguna, and it has a little mini eater brush in here as well. So Laguna is one of my all-time favorite bronzers. I don't really reach for this so much just because the packaging is so large, but it is going to be fantastic for when I'm going out to clients and then I want a shade that I know works on a lot of different skin tones and skin types, and this one will be fantastic for me to just jump into. I love the packaging on this. It's like a faux wood, but then you've got that beautiful Nars label on the front. Like, I would have to say that Nars is one of my favorite brands, and having this in my collection just makes me so happy. Okay, so the last product that I have in here is the Cheekathon palette from Benefit. This came out a while ago, but it has a couple of box blushes in here. So you have Dallas, Coralista, Dandelion, Hula, and Rockature. I've had this for a while. This was my introduction to Benefit as a brand. I hadn't tried any of the box blushes, any of the brow products, or anything like that. So I thought this was a really good way to try a few different products and then not spend too much money. I'm pretty sure this was only, like, it was less than $100 because I managed to get 10% off with one of my Sephora perks, so that was pretty cool. I love particularly Rockature out of this, and I love Hula as well. I haven't used this one as much as I would have liked to, so I may put this in a project pan in the next year or so as well, but I mean, it smells fantastic. It smells really clean and fresh, and I love the packaging on the front with the burlesque girls. I think it's so pretty. So that's that one. So that's everything in my blush, bronzer, and highlighter drawer. I have a couple of other products that are currently in Melbourne at the moment. They're not here with me in my current collection because they were in a different makeup bag and I accidentally just left them in Melbourne. So that's everything in here. I think I have a really good collection. I don't have too much. Like, I do have more than the average consumer, but I do think that this is a really nice collection size. I do have a tendency to try and use as much product as I do up before I declutter anything. I don't really believe in throwing away makeup, even when it's expired. I'm pretty sure every single makeup item does have a purpose, and I mean, that's your hard-earned money as well. So I love everything in this drawer. There is absolutely nothing in here that I wouldn't get rid of. Although I have said there are a few items in here that I wouldn't recommend you spend your money on, I still wouldn't get rid of them because I'm just quite happy to have them here at the moment. And like I said, I think every single makeup item that you purchase at one stage or another definitely has a purpose. So that's everything from this drawer.